my loves, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading. This one is all about your work, job, career, finances in 2021. Super stoked about it. Also just want to quickly mention, please ignore this. Put on these gloves to kind of distract from that little incident. Anyway, if you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how they work. So over here we have pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can then scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. And then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading all about 2021, your work, career, abundance, and finances, prediction, all that jazz. So with that being said, I'll also be popping some crystals below the cards for those of you that like to choose with crystals. I know some of you guys find that it really helps out. Also want to add in a little disclaimer. You are not fated by this. This is not your destiny or your fate. Tarot is a beautiful tool to read upon the current energies and what you're currently manifesting and where you're currently headed, so you can make and implement changes if you desire to do so, or you'll just get confirmation that you are on the most beautiful path ever and you love it and you want to stick to it. Either way, it'll add that awareness so then you can make your choices for the future. So with that being said, that's that. If you guys like to choose it with crystals below the cards, let's pop some crystals on there right now. All right, so for those of you who like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. Over here we have some titanium aura quartz, then we have some spirit aura quartz, then we have some angel aura quartz, and then we have some aqua aura quartz, then we have some tanzanite aura quartz, although it's not actually tanzanite, it's just called that. But yes, with that being said, these are our crystal options. So take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing that pile, you can then scroll down to the comment box or that description box, skip ahead and watch your personal reading for 2021, all your career things that you want to know about. So with that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into it. All right, so group number 1, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your guys' prediction. So let's hop right into it. All right, so group 1, here we have the Knight of Swords being reversed. We have the 10 of Swords upright. We have the 4 of Wands upright. We have the Knight of Wands upright. And then we have the 3 of Wands upright. So let's talk about what all of this is. So first off, I'm getting a very clear message that in the beginning of the year, it kind of feels like we've been overworked. So maybe 2020, we felt overworked. Maybe we felt a little bit tired, like our energy is a little bit drained, but we know that we really want to create something. There's like this energy and this knowing, like, I want to really do something, but maybe it's that you feel like you're hitting either like writer's block, because the Knight of Swords being reversed would be this sort of like writer's block or idea block sort of type of feeling. And especially because these 2 sword cards, it's almost like you guys feel drained. Maybe your guys' mental capacity after 2020 has been just a little bit like, I just need some rest and relaxation. I need to calm my mind. I need to find my zen again. So it kind of just looks like the beginning of the year starts off with a little bit of that energy, just because of like 2020 was probably like a time of year where it just either felt like there was more stress than usual, and of course I feel like a lot of us have been feeling that way, but just in these cards, this is definitely indicating that you guys have a little bit of that energy. And this could even be talking just about the past, but it looks like going into 2021 there's going to be a lot of relief regarding that. So we have 4 of Wands, so this is adding stability, so stability into your financial and career sort of life. So even if you guys maybe had a time where you were out of a job, or maybe it's been a little bit uneasy, it does look like that solid foundation is coming back to play in 2021. Or if it's just been that you guys have had a hard time like keeping up with your schedule maybe, or you've just been like overworked, it does look like balance is coming back. This 4 of Wands is this balance, this stability that's returning to your life in your career and abundance and finances. So this is all looking fantastic. It looks like if you guys have been wanting to find an idea, it finally looks like you are able to build that foundation and find those inspirations and those ideas, especially with this Knight of Wands as well. The Knight of Wands can also indicate a quick, spontaneous transition in the work life. So it could also be that you guys get hit with this spontaneous idea and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go for it. Or there's some sort of spontaneous transition that I'm intuitively feeling like is gonna happen around the spring, summertime for you guys in 2021. It could happen just before the spring as well. I'm feeling like intuitively, for those of you who are watching this, it is a general reading, so I know that this is kind of a larger time frame that I would normally give, but because there's so many of you watching this, I'm feeling feeling like intuitively, this is like end of February all the way till like middle of August, that you guys are going to experience this transition. It'll be a little bit different for each of you, like I was saying, just because this is more general pick a card reading since it is online. But yes, I'm definitely feeling these time frames for this spontaneous new action that's being taken, because the Knight of Wands is this spontaneous new action, and it's because of the fact that you guys feel more stable. I think that you guys are taking this action because of the fact that you feel more stable. So it could be that you guys end up making a little bit of money and you have a little bit extra to be able to make this new idea of yours happen, to be able to take this spontaneous new direction, because you're like, ooh, I finally feel like I have this safety net below me to finally take a chance on the thing that you guys are brewing in your mind. So there is this sort of chance that's being taken in 2021. And then we do also have this Three of Wands. So you guys are looking out on the horizon. I really think that you guys are looking to expand yourselves. I feel like you guys feel maybe in 2021 that there was this roadblock that you hit. I'm just keep hearing this word roadblock, and this roadblock made you feel a little bit more unstable. It made you feel a little bit more like a lack of creativity, and feeling a little bit more drained and feeling a little bit more tired in regards to your work in abundance. Also, sorry, I'm adjusting my leg and I definitely just nudged the camera a little bit. But yeah, it just looks like 2021 is this expansion sort of energy. We're moving more into this expanse and it's feeling really good. Like, look at all of this. Like, we're making finally a pathway to a way that you didn't know could exist before. Because specifically in this card, this looks like a pathway that's being thought out. Because say you were on the land that was over here and then you wanted to get to these mountains so bad, and this was like your goal. So these mountains represent your goal and this represents where you currently are. Before, it was just water and you're like, I don't know how to get there. I don't understand this. Like, you're like basically like Christopher Columbus right now. Like, I don't know how to get there. But then you finally get this idea that's like, wait a minute. I could build a ship to get me over there, or I could build these little, whatever these things are that you could hop across. You finally get the ideas and the means to make something happen that you didn't think you could make happen before. It finally gets presented to you a way, a will, or a how, or it could just be maybe you guys have felt like a creative roadblock and you're like, oh, I want to create like the best this in the whole world and I just don't know how to do it. All of a sudden the hows are going to get presented to you in 2021, and I think that you guys are going to begin to take action on those certain things. So with that being said, let's go ahead and add some more cards onto this reading for you guys. Well, this makes total sense, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, group number one, we have inspiration, which is ruled by the number 1 up here, and then we have friendship, which has the number 5 on it. So we are changing up a lot of different things. I think you might even be changing up the people that you know, the people that you're in contact with in regards to your work. So somehow there's some shifts with that. Very much, it could be that if you guys work like at an actual job, it could be that there's new people getting hired here. It could be that you're in a new position and meet new people in that. It could mean that, you know, somehow friendship, somehow this is shifting in regards to your career. Maybe you're going to meet and network and make the proper connections. Maybe you're making friends. Maybe you guys are like, I don't know, I'm just throwing out random examples here. You're gonna have to figure out how this applies to you, but this could also mean that you guys, for example, start a YouTube channel, and because of that, maybe you guys meet other YouTubers that are making similar content as you, and this is gonna change up a lot in your world. So that's just an example. We do have the number 5 ruling this, so it's gonna be very unexpected. It's not gonna be something that you guys are exactly looking for, but it just kind of happens. And then we have this inspiration over here. So Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. You guys are bringing in more inspiration into your life. Like I said, that creative block that we've been having, this like block to move forward in any way or to expand, just seemed like it was impossible, but 2021 is presenting those different ways. We got that inspiration, we got that friendship, we're making new connections, things like that. Things are getting to a much better level. I'm also getting a vibe for some of you guys. It could be that maybe you guys work with people that you don't really get along with, but I think that energy might even just change up dramatically in 2021, where it's just blossoming into something more fruitful. So wow, that looks good. We also have a lot of heart chakra kind of colors happening over here with the 2 green cards that we had that just came out. So this is healing a lot of that heart chakra area. So if you guys used to worry, if you guys used to have grief around abundance or work or things like that, that is being healed in 2021. Your worthiness of being able to attain abundance is being broadened. You now feel like you are more worthy to attain more, to create more. You now realize that your skill set does deserve more, and you'll be bringing in more of that just because of that new mindset that you guys have. So with that being said, let's move on to the next two. We have sailing and dogs. So dogs is correlated with the number 3 that we have numerologically over here. So this is our being able to celebrate a little bit more, being able to explore a little bit more, because if you look at this card, this is such a funny card to come up. This deck is like the quirkiest sort of deck that I think I've ever owned. But if we look at this, say that this is like your boss, or even if you guys work for yourselves, it could just be your own mind and your own limitations, but somehow your boss, whatever it is that does the scheduling, maybe you've kept yourself in a more restricted sort of mindset, like, oh, I can't necessarily do that, and da-da-da-da-da. You guys are exploring in 2021. Look at, you're letting on that leash a little bit more. You're allowing the inspirational, more wild, animalistic aspect of you, the more creative aspect of you, to be able to explore a little bit more. Look at, they're like floating off the cliff at this point, which you didn't think was possible, but guess what? 2021, I think, is going to bring the impossible to become possible for you guys in 2021. So it just looks like, God, I had that song come to my head. I honestly really dislike this song because it's so overused in like memes and stuff, but it's like the Who Let the Dogs Out song. I'm not even gonna sing it because I don't want to get it stuck in your guys' head. It's already stuck in mine because I'm thinking about it, but like oh my God, when we're talking about your abundance in your career, for some reason that's gonna be like the theme song of that, is like, guys, who let the freedom wild, like, yeah. It's going to be a lot more creative. You're definitely letting your mind wander into more creativity in regards to your career. And then we also have sailing. So this exactly brings the same message of being able to just bring up the sails, hoist the sails to get across this ocean that you thought was once restricting you. You're going to realize that it maybe actually brings you the creativity that you've always been wanting. So that right there, my friend, is very interesting. We also have a number 9 right here, so we're completing phases. I think that you guys are going to be completing an old work phase that you've had, so something along the lines of your work is going to be completing in 2021, like you're tying up loose ends from the past, from your previous positions, from the things that you've previously done, and I think that you're making room for the expanse. Literally the expansion that you guys are creating in your life. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about these astro cards that we have. We have Aries, we have the 6th house, and then we have Ceres, the asteroid. Okay, so you guys are nurturing a new idea with Ceres. If we're talking about your abundance, your finances, Ceres represents, like, it kind of represents the mother and the child, in my opinion. And can represent children, but if you think about career, if you guys are having these new ideas, like, that's basically your baby. You're nurturing it, you're growing it. Like if you open up a business or something like that, you have to nurture it, you have to grow it. Any creative idea that you have requires nurturing and growth, literally. So this would represent you guys birthing a new idea in 2021 that you guys are going to spontaneously act upon and create, because the 6th house right here is ruled by Virgo, Mercury. We're thinking a lot. Our mind is wandering. We're getting nitty-gritty into the details. We are working. We're being of service to other people. We are really acting spontaneously in this area, because Aries talks about this robust, like, action. If you guys can imagine that. Like, it's a very quick, very determined sort of action. It's very spontaneous. It's ruled by Mars. It's very warrior-like. It's kind of like you get that beautiful idea and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get it. Like, it's kind of that quick sort of excitement that comes in and we just act on it. It is totally this Knight of Wands sort of energy that we have right here. So yes, lots of great energy happening. I do think that this is being of service to others, nurturing this new idea that you have and just really pushing it and going for it. So it does look like really good stuff. Wouldn't be surprised if your finances begin to increase, especially by the end of the year, as you guys kind of get this sort of stuff underway and under wraps, and as you begin to unfold this a little bit more. So with that being said, we're going to shuffle these beautiful magical cards right here. We're going to try to get some magical messages for your guys' career and abundance for 2021. So let's see what comes up. So group number 1, career, work, abundance, finances. magical messages for pile 1. So we have earth magic. You guys will be connecting to the earth. We have another number 1 over here. Aries is the first house. We had a number 1 underneath this inspiration card. So lots of 1 energy. You guys also picked pile number 1, which is so weird. I swear every pile 1 gets so much 1 type of energy in their readings. It is gnarly to me. It's almost like the numerology of the piles literally correlates to like the numerology that shows up in the reading. It's fascinating to me. So this earth magic card, I think that you guys are going to get more energized than ever. You guys might return to more natural, holistic things within your career. Even for some of you guys, I'm getting that message definitely for some of you guys. It's like you're returning to wanting to make the earth a better place. I think that you guys might act upon the idea of wanting to make our world a better place, and that might be what brings in this inspiration to all of this. You're like, quality over quantity. I think that you guys are going to return to a more of a quality perspective, watching after the earth, making sure things are like ethical, things are da-da-da-da-da. It could be that you guys are very connected to ideas like that as well, especially since we have Ceres and earth magic here. Like this is all about nurturing. It's all about nature. It's all about the abundance. We're growing our abundance. You think about the element of earth as well. This is about creating those solid foundations, something that's very abundant and prosperous, but something that also doesn't harm in the process. So very interesting that we have that over there. Okay, let's get one more card here. Pile number 1. Any more magical messages? I'm feeling this one so much. We have imperfect harmony. We have a number 11 on it. We have master number 11 on this card, you guys, which is more 1 type of energy. It's also becoming more of a master, thinking at more of an intellectual, higher level than you have before. Not really thinking about the more mundane things. I think this is big picture energy. We have this imperfect harmony thing over here. It could be that you guys are feeling more musical, more vibrant than ever. You guys are feeling more inspiration. If you think about music, that's where people get a lot of inspiration and vibrancy from. So it just seems like your work and abundance areas of your life are going to become more harmonious and more vibrant in your life. It just like there's this good energy around your work and finances pile number 1. It just looks like you guys are overflowing with creativity and energy around that. So this is all looking like beautifully amazing so far. We're going to pull another card. Let me see which cards we want to pull. So we're gonna get some of these advice cards out. Let's see what we get here for you guys. So pile 1, let's see some advice cards. Pile 1. Advice 2021, career, abundance, and finances. Sea turtle, slow down, be patient and persistent. So being patient doesn't mean you have to let go of persistency, right? Sea turtle, slow down, be patient and persistent. If you have a vision, be persistent to that vision, be patient with it. Some things are slow growing, but usually it's the best things that are slow growing, so don't mind it. If something is taking a little bit more time than usual, that's fine. Be the sea turtle, take it slow. This is like tortoise and the hare. Literally, this card right now is the story of tortoise and the hare. So let's get one more advice card for you guys. Pile 1. Okay, we get 3 more, that's fine. Or 2 more, I mean, so 3 in total. Oh, no, we do have 3 more. Oh my God. There we go, okay. All right, so I wasn't wrong. So intuitively, my intuition probably knew that there was 3 more that came out somehow. So we have palm tree. Okay, let's look at this. Palm tree. Let me just focus on this. Newfound power and prosperity awaits. Well, that's confirmation. I mean, I really don't need to explain that one much more, do I? Newfound power and prosperity awaits. So you're 2021, you guys. There's confirmation for y'all. And then we have sandcastle. It's only temporary. So whatever setbacks that you might incur or that you even have occurred, it's only temporary. Your castle is being built. It's only temporary that you get these minor setbacks. When you're building a house, if you guys have ever done that before, or if you've known somebody who's done that has built their own house, it is a freaking process. There's things that go wrong all the time while it's being built that you need to look at, and then you need to spend more money on, and then it's crazy. It's only temporary though. Your sandcastle's still being built. So, I mean, just keep your vision, hold that vision, right? So be patient and persistent, hold that vision. It's only temporary. Any setbacks, only temporary. And then we have this beautiful card right here, Birds of Paradise, which it's like my favorite plant. I will say that I think Birds of Paradise is my favorite plant. And we have embark on a new adventure. So exact confirmation as we were just saying, there's this new adventure that awaits for you guys in 2021. That's that Knight of Wands energy that we had that's coming in for 2021, you guys, pile one. Whoo, this is a good reading. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm feeling so good. If I had to pick a pile in my reading, I would love to have gotten this reading. This feels so good. I'm absolutely loving this. I don't ever actually pick piles in my readings just because I don't want to have a bias, but loving this energy right now. Okay, guys. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this Astro Dice 3 times to get the top 3 zodiac signs that are most likely going to be the most prominent in your 2021 career and abundance world out there. Let's see what comes up. This can also be talking about just further into the energies, but you guys will have to figure that out for yourselves. We have Cancer coming up. So that's Cancer energy, or people with Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Then we have Sagittarius coming up, and let's get one more here. And Libra. Okay, so those are the top 3 zodiac signs. It could either be even your zodiac sign, somebody else's zodiac sign, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or it could just be talking further about those types of energies. And Sag is that like go for it type of energy. Cancer is this relax, take your time, be persistent with it. Cancers are very persistent. And then we also have this Libra. So your connections, your networking is probably going to be pretty important, and also standing your ground upon certain things, because Libra's also like the law, right? So if you think about either being a little bit more ethical or things like that, Libra like lays down the law. They stay very persistent on what it is that they want. Once they make a decision, that's it. They've decided, okay? So if you ever make a decision, stick with it. And then with that being said, let's roll all of them together to get any last information on your guys' reading. Scorpio, Saturn, and the 5th house. So creativity, guys. So Saturn in Scorpio in the 5th. So this is digging into your soul further to uncover that creativity. There's times that you might feel restricted. There's times that you might have fears. So this is also confronting your fears around your creativity. So some of you guys might actually hold yourselves back out of fear of judgment of other people. Some of you guys might hold yourselves back out of fear of always needing to be societally correct in certain ways. Things like that might hold you back because maybe you don't want to reveal some deeper parts of yourselves. Maybe you guys are scared of judgment upon your deeper personality and your deeper thoughts and wisdom that you have within. So this would represent being able to expand out of that and letting go of that fear. So 2021, your expansion is going to be heavily relied on your ability to lose your inhibitions and let go of fear of judgment from other people. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 2, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading for your career, abundance, and finances. So let's hop right into it for 2021. All right, so group number 2, we have King of Swords upright, we have the Hierophant being reversed, we have the 6 of Pentacles being reversed, then we have the 7 of Cups upright, and then we have the King of Wands upright. So this looks like a super interesting year for you guys, pile number 2. This is like, ooh, okay, getting some vibes from this right now. So there's, I think, this sort of maybe back and forth sort of energy. The 6 of Pentacles, because it's usually represented by the scales, which usually reminds me of Libra, even though it's kind of like this give and take. It kind of seems like maybe there's somebody who's maybe pushing you in a certain career direction in 2021, or somebody who really wants you to do something, or maybe it's even your internal self that thinks like, ooh, should I just like have a plan B and kind of fall back on this, or do I go for this? This 7 of Cups even popping up is sort of these different options. So it could be that you guys are shifting some career stuff. It could be that you guys are still planning about what you want to do, or maybe there's just so many options ahead of you and you're kind of like, I don't know, like which option to take. It just seems like there's this sort of up in the air kind of energy when I'm looking at this right now. This King of Swords means that I think that you guys are really filled with good ideas. The Hierophant being reversed is this lack of faith that I'm sort of feeling right now. And maybe it's the lack of faith why you guys feel sort of torn and sort of like up in the air about all of this, because maybe it's like, yeah, you guys have great ideas, but maybe the actual execution, the belief of if you're able to do it is kind of more repressed, because that's what Hierophant is. It's our belief systems, right? It's literally, this is the card of religion and faith. So It just seems like the actual belief that you are capable or worthy of doing it seems like you guys don't feel that way maybe in 2021, or maybe it's just, maybe we kind of reach moments of this in 2021 where we're kind of feeling like a lack of self-confidence maybe in certain areas. But guess what, you guys? This King of Wands at the very end is such a positive card. This is you guys grabbing hold of your confidence and being like, ooh, you know what? I'm going to pick one of these cups, because almost this image, if you look at this image, this King of Wands right here is like looking at all these different cups, all these different options. And the King of Wands represents literal confidence. Like, he's the most confident one of the tarot, in my opinion, other than the Emperor. But like, he's like looking at all this and he's like, oh, which one do I choose? So I think for you guys, your 2021 career abundance prediction is more like, okay, maybe you guys are wondering which one brings you the right abundance that you're looking for, which one brings you the right results. I think by the end of 2021, you're realizing that you can kind of create whatever destiny you want, and all of these cups have the potential to be whatever you want them to be, right? But I think that maybe there's this fear of, am I going to choose the wrong cup? Am I going to choose the wrong thing? And then I'm going to be disappointed with it. We have to choose with confidence, and with that confidence, with faith, this cup can bring you whatever you desire. And I highly recommend for you guys reading the book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I've been reading it lately, and that is like the answer to all of this sort of question. So if this reading is resonating with you so far, highly recommend that book. But this King of Wands, looking at these cups, would kind of just represent being able to finally have the confidence to finally pick something and go with it, and feeling like you have what it takes. You have the energy, you have the capacity, you have the worthiness, you have the skill set to move forward in that. So I'm definitely seeing a lot of this sort of energy over here, and it kind of looks like you guys are going to have to let go of needing to maybe people please. I've said this in like quite a few of my readings, but somehow this sort of message continues to come up for a lot of people, and I know we all struggle with this. There's times that even I struggle with this. Oh my gosh, I struggle with this so often. So I guess it's something that a lot of us need to come to terms with, because it's so easy to fall into that people-pleasing mentality, because when we're making others happy, it can kind of give us a sense of doing something right. But at the end of the day, the right thing is to make yourself happy, because that's the only thing that's lasting happiness for you, right? Everyone's responsible for their own happiness. So for you guys, if this is something that feels correct for you, if this is something that resonates, I would say that 2021 is all about you guys letting go of that need to excite other people with what it is that you do, or excite other people with your money or finances. Like, don't be all talk. King of Swords over here, this is such a clear message. King of Swords is all talk and no do and no show. King of Wands is, I do. I don't yet necessarily have, but at least I do. You know, he's the action taker. He's the action maker. So King of Swords, he's all talk. You can maybe talk up a strong game, but now's time to finally actually act on that strong game. Let's act on it so we can actually attain it, and then our talking, we don't even need to talk about it. It will just show itself, you know what I mean? Our abundance and our career and everything will just speak for itself, right? So we don't need to be the talk anymore. You know, we don't need to talk about all these great ideas, the ideas that we have, because they don't really mean anything until we can actually bring them to life, right? So let's go out there, let's take action. 2021 for you guys looks like it's all about taking action upon those ideas, and I think that that's exactly what you guys are going to be doing in 2021. And I'm getting this feeling, I'm just getting a strong feeling for almost everyone around the spring and summer is going to be something that is really prominent, really prominent, like good energy, all about taking action and moving forward. I'm feeling the spring and summer energy for so many piles. We're only on the second pile, so I mean, it's only been 1 and 2 so far that I feel this sort of spring and summer energy that's coming in, that's going to be this action bringer. So for you guys, pile number 2, it does look like that's the time of like, we're finally acting upon the thing that we're choosing, because it seems like you guys are still in the choice process. And even if you guys finally did choose it, it feels like 2021 is finally the year of bringing that into action. So our next 2 cards, we have Beauty and Wisdom. Beauty, we're finally setting down these foundations. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. So for you guys, if confidence has been an issue for you guys, or if worthiness has been an issue, This card is confirmation that in 2021, you are gaining more worthiness than you've ever felt in your life. You have a form which is divine. This is self-love, guys. This is self-love. And this is you owning that what you are is worthy of shining. It's worthy of being in the spotlight, is worthy of whatever it is that you have a desire of. So whatever it is that you guys are desiring, 2021 is your year of finally realizing that you have what it takes to be and do that. Then we also have this wisdom card with the number 7 on it. This is gaining a lot of spiritual insight. So I really think that for you guys are going to learn a lot from your past, learn a lot from being all talk to actually being action, to actually being able to then attain such things that you guys have been planning for and maybe even thinking about for so long. The next 2 cards that we have right here, we have art and we have flying. Ooh, art. So you guys are coming out of the woodwork. If you just look at this literally, this whole image speaks the phrase coming out of the woodwork. we have woodwork over here and it's just pouring out. So you guys, I think your creativity is just waiting to spill out. It is waiting to spill out. It all is about you being able to own that, the self-love of knowing that you're worthy of attaining these things, and it is going to grow and grow and grow and grow, and it's gonna all happen in an unexpected, creative way. We have this 5 right here, which you can look at it in astrology as the 5th house, or you can look at numerology, which is all about this Uranian, like change-up sort of energy. So you can look at it both different ways. It's all of this push for creativity, but unexpected creativity, and just listening to it. So I'd say this is acting upon those inspirations that we get at random. And then we have a number 5 energy with this as well. So lots of quick, spontaneous shifting of energies. So this flying, just go with the flow. I think that you guys are going to get these creative spurts in 2021 that just come out of nowhere, but if you act on those are like divine timing. Those are like divine messages from your higher self, the universe, things like that. And this is you raising to new heights, being able to see the big picture, being able to see from up high what it is that you want to do. And you think about flying, he's in his bed, so it's almost like dreaming. So if you guys have always dreamed about a lot of things, now's the time of actually taking action, watching your dreams come to life, because he's literally woken up and he's looking at this world and he's realizing that he's still flying in real life too. So this is the metaphor of your dreams finally taking action, finally becoming something physical. And this can be a slow process or it can be a fast process. It just all depends. For you guys, I'm more feeling like patience is key, but you will see lots of things beginning to happen in 2021, okay? The next 3 cards that we have Vesta, we have retrograde, and we have Capricorn. So Vesta, this is about dedication to your goals. If you don't, okay, so this is so interesting. A lot of people quit right when they're about to strike gold because they're like, oh, I've been trying at this forever. I'm giving up and I'm quitting. And they don't realize that they were literally like a few days away from their big break. There was this story that I read in this book that I've been reading lately. I think I already just mentioned it. It's like the one by Napoleon Hill. So that book, Think and Grow Rich, he was talking about there was this guy who invested so much money into a machine that could dig up gold, and he was trying for so long because he found this gold ore, and he knew that if he kept digging, he would probably strike a large sum of gold, like a massive piece of gold. And so he kept digging and digging, and he was digging for like months, and then he was like, oh, I'm giving up. I think that I thought that there was more gold in this area because I saw a little gold ore vein, but I think that was all that I got, and it was only enough gold to pay for the machine that he bought. So then he sold it to another guy and was like, okay, you can have my machine, I was digging at this place, it's like a no-go. That guy was a gold researcher, and he knew that gold was actually 3 feet to the like left or right of wherever he was digging. So he bought the machine and literally became like a millionaire because there was so much gold. And this guy quit 3 feet from gold, 3 feet, and he would have been a millionaire. And that was like way back in the day when that was the equivalent of being like a multi-billionaire. So crazy. So this is letting you know, this is the card to come up to let you know that you cannot quit your thing. You need, if you have a decision that you make, like a goal that you want to reach, pick that goal and stick with it till it happens, and do not give up on it, because a lot of people give up literally when they are feet away from their goal, literally. So this card comes up that lets you know that you need to stick with this, because if you do stick with it, it will be promising. So this card, you guys, this is a very powerful card to be coming up. Please pay attention. If you pay attention to any of this reading, pay attention to that part right there. Retrograde. There will be times of needing to go back and forth into the past, needing to rehash some things, needing to rework some things. It's like going around in a little bit of a circle, but you cannot give up. Don't let this discourage you, because a lot of people, you're trying something new and then you realize that you have to go back to the drawing board with it, because you're like, wait a minute, I didn't learn about this thing and I didn't learn about this thing, and now I need to like kind of go back to the beginning and redo this part of my project and redo this part of my project. Don't give up, because like I believe it was Nikola Tesla or like Isaac Newton or something that like tried something 10,000 times, and his words of encouragement were like, oh, I only found 10,000 ways that it didn't work, but I still will it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It doesn't mean that it cannot work. Imagine trying to do something 10,000 times and it keeps, like, for lack of better words, shitting in your face. If you have the willpower, you will still find a way. And he did find a way. There was 10,000 ways that didn't work, but he didn't let that discourage him. He was just like, oh, well, I only discovered 10,000 ways that do not work, which actually makes me closer to figuring out how it does work. So don't let it ever discourage you. Retrograde, you will have to go back and probably rehash some things, relearn other things. Like, if you guys open up a business, maybe you have to go back and you're like, wait a minute, I forgot to know about taxes before doing this, and I have to go back and buy this license and make sure I have an accountant for this. It can be, discouraging to find out these things that we didn't know about before. But if we have that dedication, we're like, oh, I'm doing it anyway. You can look at those things and just be like, oh, well, now I know. So great, I'll go and fix that and I'll go do that. And then I'm that much more closer to my goal. And we have Capricorn. So this is so perfect for coming up with this reading, because the Capricorn is the goat, the mountain goat that climbs to the top of the mountain and figures out a way to make it happen. No matter how tough that mountain looks, he figures out ways to do it. So Capricorn is, again, all about that dedication. It's ruled by Saturn, it can be hard work, but it requires this self-discipline. So your word for 2021 is self-discipline. And that is going to be what makes your dreams a reality. I know self-discipline doesn't sound very fun, but it's going to be what brings in the fun. Okay, so there's some self-discipline before we can have a lot of fun. You can't learn to play piano like a master overnight. It's going to take some self-discipline, and then you can win those gold medals. You know what I mean? So these are all just metaphors that I'm using. You can figure out how they apply to your particular situation, but these are metaphors that I'm getting from this. So with that being said, let's go ahead and shuffle these magical cards for 2021. These are going to be some of the magical energies that we have coming in for this year for you guys. So pile number 2, your work and finances, magical messages popped right out. I think we have 4 cards here, so let's go into it. We have Awakening Genius. So you guys are awakening new ideas. You guys are finally dedicating yourself to something that you can master rather than quit as soon as you know just a little bit of it. So Awakening Genius. Willing release, releasing the old, needing to release the need to always let go. Okay, so important card right there. Oh, then look at this. We have 444. This is an angel number right here, you guys. Popping up for you guys. This is all about foundation. This is about dedication. This is letting you know that your hard work will pay off. We technically have a 4444 right here, so that's kind of crazy. Ooh. So pile number 2. 4s in angel numbers represent something that is going to bring long-term abundance as long as you stick to it. So let that be your confirmation. Beautiful uncaging. Let's uncage that creativity. That's all about finding the key to unlock the secret, but you can only find the key to unlock the secret if you keep trying. Sometimes we got to explore a bunch of caves in Skyrim before we find the key that we need to go back into this other cave to unlock some other thing in there. If you guys don't understand that reference, that's fine. We also have this award right here, Great and Full. I do think that this will be something that's very promising and rewarding as long as you stick to it. And then we have Divine Matrix. The universe will correspond to whatever it is that you desire and want to create in your life. The universe will conspire to make that happen. So it doesn't matter which cup that you choose. You can choose any of them. As long as you stick and you dedicate to it and you have a vision. This is all about having a vision of what you want and sticking to that mission and not letting anything tell you otherwise. If you pick something and you're like, oh, I want to be an actor, and then you let other people tell you, oh, but your talent isn't good enough. If you succumb to that, then that will be your reality. But again, if you guys read that book, Think and Grow Rich, it is phenomenal. And if you still want to be the best actor, you can do that as long as you dedicate to that vision. The divine matrix will correspond and align you to the right books to read, the right films to watch, to awaken your inner genius, to awaken your master ability of whatever it is that you guys want to pursue. That was the exact message. So pay attention to that last sentence that I just said. I just got the feeling in my bones that was such an important message for you guys. So hopefully that resonated. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get maybe one or two of these advice cards, and then we'll go into our Astro Dice. All right, so pile 2, finances, career, messages. Let's see, pile 2. Feeling this one really much right now. And then we have another one that came up. We have low tide, take a step back and take a break, disconnect to reconnect. And then we have the sea turtle, slow down, be patient and persistent. Oh my God, this came up for pile 1 as well. This is such a powerful card, you guys. Be patient and persistent. It's not the rabbit that wins the race. If you think about the tortoise and the hare, the tortoise, the one that goes slow, takes his time, makes sure he does everything correctly, is the one that wins the race. He has persistence and patience at the same time, but he's persistent. He doesn't try to rush, but he is very persistent and he don't quit. Okay, so that's very Capricornian. And then we also have low tide, step back and take a break, disconnect to reconnect. So this kind of makes me feel like if there's times that you guys need a break, allow yourself that, okay? You don't need to actually be like super, like persistence is absolutely key. Don't give up on anything, but also don't overwork yourself because you'll hit creative blocks. So I think that that's just a reminder in this reading, because we're talking so much about persistence, that yes, be persistent, dedicate yourself, but also do block off time to take a little bit of a break here and there to re-energize yourself, because that's very important. So yes, I think that's just a reminder, since we've been talking so much about persistence in this reading. So moving forward into our Astro Dice, we're gonna roll this 3 different times to get the top 3 zodiac signs that are probably gonna be the most prominent in your career and work life. This can be somebody's sun, moon, or rising, or it can just be talking further about the energies of your career and finances. So let's see. We have Sagittarius coming up, okay? So going in new directions, new philosophies, new belief systems, making a new belief system about yourself. We have Scorpio coming up right here. So Scorpio, that could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or this can be talking about you guys going deep into your own energy, going into that dedication sort of energy. Because Scorpio, one word to describe Scorpio is devotion. And then we also have Aquarius, so thinking outside of the box, thinking about the big picture, doing things that might not be the exact social norm, but it's fine. It's fine, guys. We're doing it anyway. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna roll all these together. Let's see what comes up for you guys, pile 2. Okay, we got Mercury, we got Cancer, and we have the 5th house. So this is all about our creativity. Mercury is all about us being able to thinking creatively, dedicating yourself to that, having a routine every single day that helps you dedicate to those things. Yeah, so Mercury being in Cancer, this is very creative. Mercury in Cancer is such a creative area. It's very musical, very lyrical, very, finding where we feel comfortable, where we feel like we belong, and allowing our creativity to flourish in that. So chase after where it is that you feel like you belong, rather than what's going to bring you the most abundance. Because whenever anyone chases just whatever brings you the most abundance, it doesn't usually work out, because you're not being very passionate in that area. You're just trying to get. When you try to pull on something, it has this neediness energy, and nothing ever gives to a neediness energy. You only ever get and get rewarded and get energy back when you put in passion towards something. So this is about choosing whatever it is that you're passionate about. Okay, guys, so pile 2, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this. And if so, I'll see you in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 3, if you guys chose this pile, let's get right into your guys' career and abundance finances prediction for 2021. Okay, so pile 3, here's what we got for you guys. We have the 4 of Pentacles over here being reversed. It is next to the Temperance, then we have the 9 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. So I got a very particular message right off the bat by looking at this. So it seems like maybe in 2020 that you guys maybe felt like you guys really needed to watch your money or hold on to your money, but it looks like it's balancing out in 2021. It looks like with this temperance, we're finally able to even out the playing fields with our abundance in our career. And I'm also getting this very interesting message from this 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and Ace of Swords. If you guys have needed to stand up for yourself in your workplace in some sort of way, 2021 is bringing the opportunities to finally do that and finally speak about what it is that you guys need to really stand up for within your career life. So it could be against different coworkers, different people that maybe you're in competition with, or things like that. I don't know. That's just an interesting message that I had for some of you guys, because I know, like, if you own your own business, for example, there could be other businesses that you kind of are, you know, competing with, let's say. I don't really like using that word, but you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. So it does look like you guys will need to maybe put your foot down about something and really kind of stand your ground on something. We have this 9 of Wands, we have this Ace of Swords. So it could be about talking about getting better wages, because maybe you guys have been working at this place for a while and you guys kind of like are like, hey, come on, like, we need to get a raise over here. Other people are getting raises. Why aren't I getting raises? Or like, there's other things that I just think that maybe you need to put your foot down about. Maybe disagreements. Maybe the company that you're working for doesn't like do something in a way that you think that the company should be doing something. And it just seems like the way that you're maybe being treated, or something that you kind of disagree with, is needing to be said and needing to be presented in 2021, and you're finally getting the courage to do that. And it could even be that you guys kind of create this new beginning from this, because we have this Ace of Swords over here. So you guys are learning how to really stand up for yourself, how to really put your foot down. Or it could be that you guys are even learning via the past how to not spend so much, how to balance out your guys' finances and a little bit more responsibility. So you guys are gaining responsibility. But yes, essentially the idea is that we are gaining a deeper sense for how we want to plan out our financial and abundant future and our career future. It just looks like there's just new ideas, new senses of planning, being prepared. You know, this 9 of Wands is like, oh, I'm gonna better prepare myself for the future. It just seems like you guys are probably wanting to save a little bit more to be able to make your desires a little bit more feasible and tangible for the future. So it does look like you guys are making new plans for that. So very interesting stuff. I do think that you guys have dreams for the future. When I look at this Temperance card, there's things that there's goals that you have in the future. And I think that we all always have these like kind of new financial goals, but it just looks like you guys in 2021 have a major focus upon where it is that you want to end up and planning for that, being, you know, prepping for that. This 9 of Wands is the preparation of where you want your financial future to lead. So maybe it's something that you guys really want to invest in, because 4 of Pentacles can also talk about investments. Maybe some of you guys are like, I want to invest in stocks. Maybe some of you guys are like, I want to invest in property, you know, things like that. So it does look like we have plans to do some things like that, but it requires a bit of a new approach, a bit of a new tactic. You guys are changing around some things like that. Maybe you guys are finally getting this new idea, because the Ace of Swords can also talk about this new idea that we have. And I think that this is coming around the end of the year for you guys. I'm hearing October in my head mostly for you guys, but this could be like anywhere from the end of August to like, you know, December. So anywhere from that time frame, I'm hearing October so strongly, like October, November for most of you. I think that's the most potent time for this sort of idea for pile number 3, you guys. This seems like the potent energy of this new idea coming to you guys. This could be some sort of investment idea, some sort of idea for your financial or career-based future that you guys are going to then implement and act upon. Or maybe there's just this new idea that's blossoming. It's gonna look a little bit different for each of you that are watching this, but I am hearing October, November, somewhere near the fall or winter months, that there's this new idea that's blossoming financially for you guys. So with that being said, let's get into our next 2 cards that we have over here. We have Justice and Peace. So balance. Like I said earlier, guys, you guys are you're coming and finding that balance again. You guys are evening out the scales in terms of your finances and things like that. So yeah, and we're also getting justice. Because if you think about justice in general, if you guys have ever had like problems in your workplace, or if you guys really felt the need to speak up about something, you're finally going to be able to find what's fair. You are finally getting justice and getting what's fair for you in terms of your work. Then we also have peace. So because of this new thing, this new sense of confidence that you guys have, and being able to put your foot down, you're going to create a new peace around your work life. It's not going to be as stressful as it was before. It's not going to be as imbalanced as it was before. It's not going to be as frightening. You know, you're finding balance in your finances. You're finding justice and peace within your work life, being able to really speak your mind about certain topics that require that from you. And this is all going to happen at random. We have a lot of 5 energy popping up in a lot of the readings so far. So this 5 energy is again kind of confirming that it's going to happen kind of more unexpectedly, and it's going to complete an old phase with this 9 energy that we have coming in numerologically. The 9 energy is completing of old phases. Then we also have the money card coming up. So some of you guys will literally be asking for raises. Some of you guys will be implementing new ideas, new investments that will help grow your money and finances. This is a number 8, so this is taking chances. So for some reason, for a lot of you guys, I'm hearing investments. So you guys might be looking into something like that. And yeah, I mean, I've never done something like that personally in my life, but I hear a lot of people have a lot of luck with that, but it requires a lot of knowledge. So it may be that you guys are learning something new as well, researching something that requires a lot of brain power. That's going to be going forward into investments or things like that, or it just could be new ideas that you're implementing. We do also have weddings, so this is commitment to something. So this doesn't mean a literal wedding because we're talking about your career and finances. Maybe for some of you guys, it means that your money is expanding because you're creating a deeper partnership and sharing finances and a financial burden with somebody. So some of you guys might even be moving in with somebody, and that's why your finances are finding more balance, is because it's now a shared expense rather than just a personal expense. So for some of you guys, it could be that. Or this could be talking about you guys committing and making new commitments to new investments, or signing contracts, because weddings is all about contracts. So there might be certain contractual work that you're doing. Because, I'm totally hearing that actually, because Ace of Swords also talks about contracts. And then weddings, this card metaphorically talks about contracts. So you guys might be doing contract-based work for some people. In your business, maybe you have a business that is all contract based. So yeah, it definitely looks like you guys are getting new opportunities for that are probably going to bring you a lot more abundance than you've had before. Maybe some of you guys are finally starting to charge for a thing that you've done, maybe like a creative venture that you guys have always explored. Maybe you're finally like, oh, I'm going to like start to contract my work. And you guys, it looks like you're getting customers, you're getting clients. If you guys already do stuff like that, it just looks like you guys are getting more and it's expanding more. I think that you guys are going to make one particular big commitment, especially if you guys have your own business and you do like contract-based work. It does look like you're going to get one big opportunity, at least one, I want to say. I think that there's going to be a significant one that kind of really stands out this year for you guys in 2021. Very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. We also have lunar eclipse. We have Taurus and Uranus. So, you guys are changing some stuff up, releasing the past, breakthrough, pushing limitations, and healing. Lunar eclipse is huge, huge, huge shift. Releasing the past, breakthroughs, pushing limitations. Wherever you felt limited before, you're finally breaking through that. You're finally cutting the old cords of limitation. You're breaking through it, you're making those bigger commitments, you're getting bigger breakthroughs. Then we also have Taurus coming up, you guys. This is all about your money and finances as well. Taurus is literally the sign and house that rules over money. So for you guys, definitely increase financially. Uranus is that 5 energy that we had coming up earlier. So this is all about shifts happening in the most unexpected ways. Opportunities happening in the most unexpected ways. So this is the planet that is, it rules Aquarius, right? And the sword cards that we have coming up over here are all air signs. So lots of communication, networking, that's probably going to bring you more opportunities, more maybe contractual based work, or some sort of raise. Maybe it's that you guys are asking for a raise and getting that. Maybe it's just big new opportunity. That's this big contract that you guys get, something along the lines of that. But it is this big sort of breakthrough energy. So with that being said, let's move on to these magical cards right here. We're going to see what pops up for you guys regarding this 2021 magical essences, magical things to pop up for pile number 3. Magical messages regarding career and finances. Ooh, yeah, that one really wants to pop out. We have exposed and revealed. So for some of you guys, this is about being a little bit more in the spotlight, getting more noticed. Maybe you guys have a business that you're getting more noticed, or maybe you guys are actually maybe speaking up for yourself in your workplace, exposing your real inner thoughts in order for you guys to finally get more of this abundance, find this peace, get what you finally deserve, standing up for what you deserve in the workplace. Or just, yeah, getting more recognition for your work. Then we do also have great and full. So this one came up as well for another pile. This one is a very beautiful card. This is about kind of like getting some sort of achievement, because you think about this trophy right here, this is all about achievement. So there'll be some sort of big achievement for you guys in 2021 that you guys are really proud of, and it could be this big contract that you guys end up getting, something like that. So this is exciting stuff. You guys will have to comment down below at the end of the year and let me know what this was, or whenever you guys actually get this. I also had a card that flew on the floor from the next deck that I was going to shuffle, and I'm going to say that that's going to be a big message. So let's see what that is. Also, sorry if my microphone is making a bunch of noises. It was definitely just like, I wasn't paying attention to how I was like pulling it on the string when I was moving around. Okay, so we have this card right here. We have sunset. The end of a cycle is approaching, closure and completion. So yes, like I was saying with this number 9 over here, this is about closing and completion. So this sunset, you're closing out an old phase of your life, bringing in a lot of new energy. Could be that new contract that's coming in, pile number 3. You're closing out the old ways of doing things, or it could be, you know, asking for that promotion, asking for that raise, whatever the case may be. It's going to be different for each of you since it is a general reading, but it is giving that sort of, you know, underlying message. There's this big achievement that we're getting. It could be a promotion, could be this big contract that we get, this achievement, recognition with that exposed and revealed, being able to expose your deeper wants and needs, like I was saying. Let's try to get one more card here. We have sailboat. Do not fight the wind. Learn to sail with grace. Okay. So learn how to say and stand up for yourself with grace, especially in the workplace, if that's something that you guys resonate with, that you guys need to be doing. This is about doing it with grace, not doing it with fear, not doing it with greed, not doing it with anger. This is about doing it in the proper way, and that way you actually really, you know, people can listen to you better, people can understand you better, because that's always a tough conversation to have, of course. So sailboat can be meaning that. Sailboat can also just be significant of going on a new venture as well. And do not fight the wind. Allow the wind to carry you where you need to go. So don't ever fight against the grain. Keep and hold your vision of what you want, but allow the signs of the universe to guide you, because it'll be divine guidance. Anything that is meant to happen will happen. Don't ever give up on your dreams, but if it's not meant to go in that certain pathway, in that certain direction, listen to that, because maybe there's a better pathway for you to get to that ultimate goal. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll our zodiac sign dice 3 different times to get the top 3 zodiac signs that are probably going to be the most prominent in 2021 for you guys, or this can be a reading upon, you know, somebody's sun, moon, or rising, or just a reading of more in-depth energy. Okay? We have Pisces. So Pisces, sun, moon, or rising, or Pisces energy, which is getting a little bit more creative. This can also talk about media as well. Pisces does rule media, creativity, things like that. And then we also have Aries over here. So an Aries, sun, moon, or rising, taking action in a new direction. And then also Cancer, so it's very creative as well. And this is also about being a little bit more comfortable, or it could be talking about somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll all of these dice together, and let's get some last information on this reading for you guys. So we have Saturn, we have Aquarius, which is ruled by the planet of Saturn, and then we have the 8th house. So Saturn in Aquarius in the 8th house. So let's get deep, let's get creative, let's let our, you know, sometimes our thoughts might be something that we feel nobody else thinks of. They're ideas that kind of come out of the blue. Maybe we have different ideas about the way that we could do things, that people are kind of like, wait a minute, what? This is also about investments as well with the 8th house right here. So this could be like investing in something that you're like, ooh, that's brand new, because Aquarius is this new energy, right? So anything that there's this new sort of like wave happening with, I mean, I think that you guys are probably going to commit to some sort of maybe investments. 8th house is so much about investments. It's also about inheritances, things like that. So very interesting that you guys have those different signs coming up for you guys. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 3, hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so group number 4, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading for your finances and abundance in 2021. So let's get started. Okay, so pile 4, here's what we got for you guys. We have the 9 of Cups being reversed. We have the Emperor, Empress, and the Hanged Woman being reversed, or Hanged Man. And then we also have the 3 of Cups upright at the very end. So this is a very interesting message. It seems like maybe in 2021, I'm getting the vibe that most of you who picked this pile probably had a job that didn't really do the best in 2021. So I'm getting, for the most part, those of you who chose this pile, was kind of a job. Maybe you guys got overworked in 2021, or maybe you guys were kind of out of work completely in 2021. I'm getting mostly that you guys were probably out of work completely in 2021 and needed to find like other routes, other avenues of being able to support yourself. So this is, my condolences if that is true for you guys, but I'm kind of feeling like mostly that was the vibe. It does look like that is going to be healing in 2021, mostly in regards to the connections that you make, the new connections that you're making, maybe being able to support yourself doing other things around the block, like not like that, but not like that at all. Just doing other, like getting your foot wet in different avenues, basically, because this 3 of Cups is like being able to celebrate something. Okay, so by the end of the year of 2021, regarding your finances and your career life, it does seem like you guys are going to be able to kind of like cheers and toast to something, some sort of accomplishment that you guys will have achieved by the end of the year. But it does kind of look in the beginning of the year, it's sort of this energy of kind of recovering from that 2020 sort of energy, maybe still going through a little bit of that in the beginning of 2021 as well. But it does look like by the end of 2021, there's some sort of new connections that you guys are making, new roads that are uncovering for you to be able to expand your financial freedom and abundance and future. So it does look like maybe that there was a dream or a wish that you guys have had that maybe is a little bit delayed. It definitely looks like delayed energy. We have such positive cards here. We have 3 major arcana cards. The Hanged Woman being reversed is actually so good, and it's good that it's coming up right next to the 3 of Cups. We'll talk about that in a second. But this 9 of Cups, Emperor and Empress being reversed right here talks about delays in a dream or wish coming true, maybe plans that you guys have had, maybe a vision that you've had for your financial and abundant future. It does look like that is on this delay. You weren't able to really birth this new project. Maybe you weren't able to really sit on the throne of accomplishment that you guys were seeing for yourselves in the recent past. It just seems like that kind of got delayed. It doesn't mean it cannot happen, it just means it's delayed, but I do think that it's taking out a new avenue to sort of appear, because when we have this Hanged Woman being reversed, this is all of a sudden taking a new perspective on an area that we once previously got stuck in. So if you guys have felt sort of stuck in 2020, or maybe even in the beginning of 2021, it does look like there's this shift in perspective. This looks like it's mostly going to happen around the end of the year, but it is a general reading, so this can happen at any point in the year for you guys. It really just depends. It is a general one, so I'm keeping the timelines a little bit more open, since I'm not trying to, in a personal reading we would get more specific, of course, but this Hanged Woman being reversed, there is this sort of perspective shift where you're able to look at your previous desires in a new way, in a new light, and be able to come across new ideas of having that be able to manifest into the physical world, because she's taking this stream of energy and she's able to direct it in a new direction. I know this image kind of looks a little funky, but yeah, she's basically able to take these streams of energy and redirect it. So I really think that you guys in 2021, your big message is being able to redirect energy into a new avenue. And I really think that you're getting your foot wet in multiple different areas. And I really think that it could even be friends or networking that really helps you be able to accomplish this. Being able to know the right people, being able to make connections with the right people, being able to talk to your friends about, hey, I really have this idea. Do you know anybody who's also in alignment with that? Or maybe you guys already have connections that are in alignment with your divine future that you're thinking of, this new direction that you're going to be thinking of. You guys will be able to implement that via the connections that you have, and it does look like it's going to make a full circle and be able to kind of tie in everything by the end of it. But it looks like it's like this sort of confusing energy at first, you know, we're feeling stuck, but 2021 is this feeling of unstucking yourself. You are literally going to unstuck yourself by redirecting your energy towards a new avenue. And I think that this is a very unexpected avenue. I think because of the things that we've gone through, there's new unexpected ways to redirect this plan that you once previously had into a new direction so that it can still take place, but maybe in a different way. It's going to look a little different. So we're still able to do some stuff, but it does look like that's sort of the energy of 2021 for you guys. All right, so the next two cards, we have Harvest over here, and then we have Energy. Harvest. So you guys will finally be able to reap some of the rewards that maybe you've previously had to let go of, maybe that you've previously had to wait on. It does look like there is this harvest coming. There's more abundance coming for you guys in 2021. This is an increase in finances. This is an increase in abundance. So as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. So if you guys have been hard at work on something that's been delayed, it looks like it's finally coming out. Maybe you guys have even had a project that maybe it's just been taking you extra time than you really thought. But it looks like we're finally redirecting that energy and it comes to a full fruition in 2021 and you're able to really reap the benefits of that idea. And then we do have Energy as well. So for you guys, a light inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. So this is a beautiful card. We also have a 7 energy over here and a 4 energy over here. We're learning a lot from the past. This is listening to your intuition, especially regarding your finances and career and the new redirection of energy. Listen to that gut instinct. It's going to tell you everything. And then Energy, we're creating more solid foundations to allow energy to turn into physical reality, my love. So that's all looking really beautiful over there. Also, sorry, my microphone almost fell off of me. Ooh. Anyway. The next two cards that we have Obedience and Exceptionality. So obedience, I feel like, yeah, okay. There's times that you've had to kind of just go along with what's been happening in the world, and we've had to kind of be obedient with it and listen, and maybe that's why we have these delays that have been happening, but it's like, 2021, look at, we're redirecting the energy. There's a redirection. Exceptionality as well, look at that. We're pointing a finger and we're pointing a finger. We're taking this obedience that we have to listen to these new rules. We have to listen to this, all these things. But look at, we're redirecting the energy in a way that was unheard of. Look at, you're literally flying in a position that nobody ever flies in. They're like, wait a minute, what? And you're redirecting the energy to then come to fruition. This almost looks like a dance floor or a dance stage. So some of you that might be significant. But yeah. Also, it looks like you guys are still, there might be something that you're doing a little bit more under the radar, working on something behind the scenes, because you look at this dog and he's like hiding him in his coat. There might be something that you guys are working on under the radar. You might not be telling a lot of people about it. And then we also have this exceptionality. So it'll be like an idea that kind of pops out of nowhere. So yeah, that's kind of just what the cards are saying so far. So let's go into the next few that we have. We have, I think, which is the 3rd house. We also have Gemini, which is literally the 3rd house. So that's interesting. And then we also have the 4th house. Interesting. So for you guys, this is all about your thinking. Where do your ideas take you? How do we make that come into fruition? The 4th house is where we feel at home. This could be working from home, doing something from home that you never thought that you could do from home, but now we're all of a sudden, we're needing to work from home. We're needing to do things from home, where you belong, things like that, finding out where you feel comfortable, where your home is, things like that, feeling of safety, comfort, tradition, lifestyle. It also shows where we come from, all that jazz. So some of you guys, yeah, it could be that you have to implement this idea and somehow have it work from you being able to work from home. And yeah, social media is the Gemini as well. So it could be via social media mostly. Maybe you guys are working from home via social media, things like that, being able to find an income revenue via online stuff that you can do from your home. All that jazz. So with that being said, that's looking pretty good so far, you guys. So if you've been through a lot, my love, I am here for you. It looks like this year is going to go a lot better. Okay, pile number 4. So let's go ahead and shuffle our magical cards. They just offer so many magical insights and messages, so I love using this deck. So let's find out some magical, financial, abundant energies for you guys. Pile number 4 for the year of 2021. Let's see what comes up for you guys. So this card's wanting to come out. We have Tender Embrace. Oh, that is cute. This is making me feel like your business. Oh, we have the Royal You as well. So we have the angel number 22 on here. So this is your connections that you're making. So for some of you guys, maybe your job required you to be very near other people, but we're able to maybe make that connection still via social media, things like that. Or maybe there's just a new avenue coming out. Maybe all of this stuff is going to end in 2021 and we're finally able to come back to our dreams that we once had and finally be able to make them into reality again, because maybe we're going back to a more normal world, or maybe we're finding out different ways to implement these sorts of ideas that we've had, okay? And then we do also have the Royal U over here. What a beautiful card for abundance. I really think that you guys are going to be able to find your abundance once again and feel really good about what it is that you're creating and where you're going. You're able to finally be on the spotlight again, especially because we have the Emperor and the Empress, and we also have Royal. Like, this is interesting. It maybe felt like your guys' throne was taken away from you in 2020, but it looks like you guys are finally re-attaining that in 2021. So with that being said, let's go ahead and shuffle our last deck of cards. Then we'll move on to the Astro Dice to get the zodiac sign, astrology sort of stuff going on. So with this deck, I'm going to be shuffling this one to get any last advice cards for you guys, pile number 4, and then we're going to move on to that Astro Dice. All right, we get one falling out immediately. Actually, that was 2. So let me go to the floor and pick that up. For some reason, these cards love to make me get my exercise during these readings, trying to move these chairs around. Okay, so we have Heat Wave and Poseidon. These are powerful cards. So we have follow your passion with this Heat Wave. So what ignites your soul? What ignites your soul? Let's chase after that. We have a lot of this yellow energy. This is about being in the spotlight. This is about, like, I'm getting for some of you guys that you guys might be like working in music and things like that. And maybe that is something that we need to redirect that energy in a new way in order to kind of still make our income happen. And then we also have Poseidon. Emotions are intense. Be cautious of how you treat others. So, yeah, I mean, tender embrace. This is talking about how you treat others. This is talking about maybe going against the grain a little bit. So, yeah, just watch out about. Let me think about this message a little bit deeper right now, because Poseidon. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, especially if you guys get disappointed with how there's restrictions upon what it is that you guys have wanted to do. If you guys have felt that, don't let your emotions get the best of you, because it'll create more of that tension. Because whatever you feel perpetuates in your reality and creates your reality. Your thoughts and your feelings create your reality, literally. So if you guys end up getting frustrated about it too much, of course we have to listen to those frustrations. They're there for a reason. But the more that we sit in that, the more that we create that. So this is about being able to redirect that energy into a positive way. Saying, okay, this is my circumstances. Being angry about it isn't going to change a thing. So how do I work with it? And then we also have follow your passion, what ignites your soul. So yeah, I mean, that one's just self-explanatory. But yeah, redirect that energy. So for some of you guys, it does look like you're going to be able to make that project come to life, especially around the end of 2021, maybe mid to end of 2021. It might come alive in a new way that we've never thought of before, or it might just be that our world returns to a little bit more of a norm. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll our Astro Zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 zodiac signs that are going to be the most prominent in 2021 for you guys. And then we'll move on to like the whole general picture. So let's see what comes up. This can be talking about somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or it can be talking about the general energies a little bit further. We have Libra coming up. So these are our connections. Is being in the spotlight, being super social, things like that. Or this could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign. We have Pisces coming up as well. So this is media, things like that. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling social media vibe for some of you guys. And then we also have Aquarius. So thinking about brand new ways of doing things, thinking outside of the box, coming up with an idea that still works even though it's unconventional. These are unconventional ideas that are coming in for you guys, as well as those can be resembling people. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll all these together. And let's see what we get. We have the sun. We have the 3rd house, which we have the 3rd house in Gemini right here, and we have Pisces coming up again. So, so the sun being in Pisces in the 3rd house, how can we still continue on this communication with people from a more media perspective, still be in the spotlight? Because for some reason I'm getting this huge spotlight vibe for you guys. We have this heat wave with the sun just pointing out over here. Lots of this Leo type of energy with the sun coming up. So for you guys, this is definitely about being in the spotlight still. How can we be in the spotlight via media, still have our connections with people? Because it looks like somehow you guys might have had a career or job that requires being around people a lot. We also have a lot of this yellow. This is making me think of a bigger abundance, bigger, harvest. We have harvest and the Royal U and heat wave. Your guys' abundance is definitely going to increase in 2021. But it's going to require maybe connecting with people in a different way than before. So that is what I am seeing for you guys. Pile number 4. Oops. totally just hit my camera. I'm being reckless today. My goodness. So anyway, love you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video if you guys choose to join me there. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Good luck in your 2021. Bye. All right, my loves, my last pile number 5. You guys chose days 1. This is going to be your reading for 2021, your career and finances. So let's get started. Okay, so pile number 5, can we talk about the cards that we just got? Also, for some reason, I guess I picked an extra card for you guys. I was trying to pick 5 tarot cards for each of the piles, but it looks like you guys got 6. So, messages, energy's coming in hot. It's coming in strong for you guys, pile number 5. So we have Queen of Wands, 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, lots of wand energy. If you guys have any fire signs, sun, moon, or rising, like Sag, Leo, or Aries energy, like this is that, okay? We also have the sun, so this is more of that Leo-ish energy. We have 5 of Pentacles over here. We also have the Magician. So we have, we have these 2 major arcana cards. We got some wand energy. There's this there's a fun, intense movement sort of energy happening for you guys in 2021, pile number 5. There is just a lot happening. There's a lot of potentiality in this pile right now. So it looks like you guys have a lot of ideas. We are moving ahead those ideas with that 8 of Wands. This Queen and 8 of Wands, you guys are feeling on top of that creativity, that inspiration. It looks like things are really moving forward for you. I wouldn't be surprised if you're already sitting in a career that feels like it's already really moving forward for you and you're really enjoying where you're at. And then this 2 of Wands is just an expansion of that. We are expanding even more. We might even have hit, we're maybe reflecting at times where we used to be like, oh, like, I didn't have this career. I'm so happy that this finally happened for me. Oh my goodness, we're finally feeling like we're getting the recognition that we deserve. We finally feel like things are flowing. Things are feeling amazing. We also have this Magician card. This is such a positive card to come up. This literally means you have all the tools. You have everything you need to create more of that financial abundance, to continue moving forward. And it looks like 2021 is a continuation of this moving forward type of energy. This 8 of Wands, this 2 of Wands, we're continuing to just zoom forward in this career that we have. We're continuing to go in it. There could be times where you guys are like, oh my God, I'm overworked. I feel like, I'm drained, Pay attention to how often you might overwork yourself. We have a lot of energy happening in your work life, pile number 5. So you guys might be workaholics. You guys might be somebody who likes to overwork yourself. Please pay attention to how often that you are able to get rest and be able to relax and actually forget completely about your work for that relaxation. Because I know a lot of workaholics tend to overthink about their work when they're supposed to be relaxing. So they'll take time to relax, but then the whole time that they're relaxing, they're like, oh, I still have to do this and I have to do this and I should probably do this. And like, what other creative ideas could I have? They use their relaxing time to think about more work stuff. So if you guys are that type of person, no, take some time actually to yourself. It'll be really important. Okay. So there might be times of overexertion, overexhaustion from working too much, but it does look like you guys have a career that just, it's feeling good. There's this expansion energy. There's a lot of creativity happening. There's a lot of movement happening with this 8 of Wands. It looks like we're communicating, we're expanding our communication with more people that are in alignment with us, things like that. And it really looks like you guys have all the tools to bring something new into the world. And it looks like you guys might be seeking some sort of expansion in 2021. And there's definitely the potentiality for that. It looks like we're moving forward plans for some sort of expansion, some sort of idea, and we're moving more towards that. And you guys are gaining a little bit more recognition for whatever it is that you guys do for your work. So with that being said, let's throw on more cards. Ooh, we got such a... Guys, okay, hold on. Pile 5. What is this? Why do we have such good cards for you guys? What is this? I'm loving this, but like, what? And look, we have all of this yellow and purple. And I really vibe with the colors yellow and purple. The first time I ever learned how to like fade colors together, it was yellow and purple. So I don't know, this is just giving me some vibes right now. But we have all this yellow and purple here as well. So this is your crown chakra and your solar plexus. So somebody is being creative AF. Somebody is really taking those manifestation powers to the next level. These are the colors literally of the Magician. Can we just talk about that for a second? Because solar plexus is like the first of the physical chakras if you're going down the scale. So if you're taking energy from the universe like the Magician does, because the Magician is normally depicted by the Magician holding one of his hands like way up here, symbolizing he's taking energy from the universe, and then pointing down at the earth, symbolizing that he's taking energy, transmuting energy from above, so below, and bringing it down to the earth, right? So this, with the chakras that we have, these magical powers, we're literally transmuting ideas through our crown chakra, our top chakra, if we're talking about the 7 chakra system, and we're bringing it into physical reality, into expression, into creativity, which is the yellow solar plexus chakra. This could also be sacral chakra because it's a little bit of that orangish kind of hue as well. So yeah, you guys are bringing this into physical reality. We're bringing it into creation energy. We're literally taking, I think that you guys are going to get a lot of deja vu, a lot of like intuitive hits of a lot of creative ideas for 2021. It's like you guys are literally on a creative high. And it's making you feel confident. You're feeling good about what it is you're doing. We got this magical powers card. This card is so powerful, and it's literally the magician in its essence. I weave and clear, I cast and know. Magic secrets to me now show. So if you guys have been wanting some magical energy, this is some magical energy for 2021, you guys. This magician, this magical powers. Whoo! You guys, pile 5. This is amazing so far. Give me more. I want more of this. My goodness. It just seems like you guys are in like total control of this career. You guys are feeling really good. This is wildly positive, you guys. My gosh. My gosh. So we also have a 6 energy. We have a 5 energy. 5 energy has been coming up, I believe, for every single pile so far. So this 6 is about us getting into harmony. This 5 is about radical ideas and change. For you guys particularly, I'm feeling this energy when I look at the 5 energy in your particular reading. This feels like you're getting inspiration out of nowhere. This unexplainable creative ideas that pop into your mind out of nowhere. That is what I'm kind of feeling for you guys. And it just feels like it's in harmony. It's in alignment. It seems like whenever you get this idea, it's in perfect timing. It's in divine timing. It feels like you guys are in alignment. So if you guys have been like on this spiritual journey and you've been really trying to get to this place, congratulations, because this is here. This is in alignment. Wow. So the next 2 cards that we have, I am going to take this one card and I am going to put this one, because this one has some naughty pictures on it. So I'm going to put a crystal on top of it so that this video don't get flagged. So, oh my gosh, we had a little bit of a mishap. Okay. Anyway, it's covered, but this card here says doctor. Some of you guys might actually be a doctor or just a high up recognized position. You're really helping people. You're healing people this year. Yeah, because doctors, when I look at this card, this is definitely this, we're feeling like we're healing people. Also look after your health as well. The fact that we have this coming up, look after you being able to relax. Look after those types of things for you. I don't want you guys to be scared when I say that, but just listen to your body. If your body is asking for more rest, give yourself that more rest. Whatever your body's telling you, listen to it. And then we do also have this number 1 over here. So you guys are getting a lot more recognition. There's these new pathways that are being created for you guys. Then we do also have this nature card right here with another 5 energy. Getting out in nature, I think, is going to help you guys so much. Taking a vacation if you guys have time to do that. This is reminding me of the Sedona Mountains right now. Going to a waterfall, going on a hike, getting out in nature is probably going to revitalize you more than you know. So I think that that's going to be something that might be really helpful for you guys. Getting exercise, getting out there. This is also returning to a more connected. I feel like this is talking about you being really connected to that Mother Earth creation energy in 2021. So regarding your career, you're connected to that divine timing, that divine energy of the universe. This is all just looking so good and so positive so far, you guys. Oh my goodness. I just can't believe it right now. I'm in awe. I feel like I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming of this pick a card. These are the type of pick a cards to dream of. Anyway, our next few cards that we have Cancer, Sagittarius, and the 7th house. Cancer, this is about you guys getting comfortable, spending more time at home, taking time to relax a little bit more in your career is going to be something that's so important for you guys. Oh my goodness. Please, any advice of this reading is relax a little bit more. Pay attention to your emotions, your feelings. This is also a lot about creation as well. Sagittarius is, I think that you guys will be learning and expanding so much more. Sagittarius is literally all about expansion and learning, and sometimes travel as well. So like I said, some of you guys might be really inspired to finally travel this year, or maybe you've been traveling this whole time. I know some people are able to. And then we do also have the 7th house of I relate. So this is all about your connections. The people that are in your life are going to be very important. I think that you're going to be meeting new people. Like I said, with this 8 of Wands, you're expanding into new horizons, meeting new people that maybe live in a similar work field as you, or like are involved in a similar work field as you, I should say. So definitely we're expanding in that direction, you guys. This looks just so good. This is very abundant. Jupiter is all about abundance. Jupiter's word should literally be abundance, and it's the ruler of Sagittarius. So it's like you guys are learning deeper philosophy, learning deeper knowledge, expanding yourselves deeper into your field by gaining more wisdom in it. And people really respect you. People come to you for the wisdom that you have in whatever field that you work in, okay? Or they come for entertainment and help. It all just depends. You guys will all have different jobs. It is a general reading. So I'm going to take this deck right here. We're going to shuffle this. This is like the magical energy deck, I like to call it. It brings out magical messages. So we're going to try to find some magical messages for you guys, pile number 5, even though I feel like this whole reading has been a magical message so far. But we're going to try to get some more. So let's see. Pile 5. Magical messages for career and abundance. Pile 5. Ooh, we have a merry motive. Whenever I look at this card, I feel like there's such a magical vibe and essence to it. It reminds me of these ambient tunes that I listen to on YouTube that just have these ambient, oh, it's just amazing. Anyway. Oh, okay, we have the numerology of 20. We have the numerology of 1 once again. Did we have 1 before? Or am I just making that up? Oh yeah, we did have 1. And then we have 1 over here. So broken open and a merry motive. You guys are opening up that creativity so far. You finally, I feel like you guys have come to a place where you've lost the inhibitions that once made you feel scared about the way that society would judge you, things like that, self-expression. You guys are breaking free of that. You guys feel like you're over that, and you guys feel like you can finally express your entirety without feeling judged. Like you guys just feel, yeah, like you can really express, you feel confident about who you are, the knowledge that you have. We have a merry motive right here. So this is like our motivation. I think that you guys are gonna be really motivated about something in 2021, and it's gonna feel just so good. It's gonna feel in alignment. Look, these stars are just in alignment. We've literally caught the stars from the sky in this card. It's just beautiful, you guys. So with that being said, let's go on to our advice cards for 2021. So pile 5, let's see if we got any advices for you guys for 2021, and then we'll go on to our Astro Dice. All right, so pile 5, advice for 2021, career and finances. I'm feeling these top 2 cards. Let's see what we get. We have High Tide and the Green Flash. Okay, so the impossible is possible. So that's, I mean, that's just amazing. That's a beautiful message. The green flash, the impossible is possible. Beautiful. So some unexpected stuff will be happening for you guys in 2021. Oh, impossible new heights that you guys are reaching. We also have energy is rising, emotions are escalating. Energy is rising, emotions are escalating, you guys. There's a lot more energy in 2021 for you guys. Energy is rising, emotions are escalating. I think you're gonna feel that more abundant creativity, the more vibrant creativity than you've ever felt before. This is just like, this is such good stuff so far. I'm loving this. So with that being said, let's move on to our zodiac sign Astro Dice to get the top 3 zodiac signs that are most likely going to be the most common in 2021 for you guys. This can also be talking further about the general energies of this reading, but also can be talking about somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign. So let's see what we get. We have Taurus for you guys, pile number 5. So it's going to be somebody Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, or it can be talking about Taurian energy, which is getting more into the abundance mindset, being able to relax yet still earn money. And that's where we're all trying to head, isn't it? Being able to relax yet still earn, although some of us still want to be like super creative, but it's nice to do it in a more relaxing environment rather than feeling like we have to. So let's get another one. We have a Libra. So Libra, this is about new networking connections, evening out, finding balance between work and home life, things like that. Somebody's sun, moon, or rising as well could be Libra. Then we also have Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising sign. And this can also be talking about our dedication to where we're heading and where we're going. So that is what Capricorn talks about. And with that being said, let's go ahead and roll all of these together to get any last information for you guys, pile 5. All right, we got Gemini, we got Sun, so some of you guys might be even a Sun in Gemini. And then we also have the 7th house, very interesting. Oh, that's super interesting because I have my Sun in Gemini in the 7th house, so I really relate to this, hopefully. If I did pick piles in my pick a card readings, this would be amazing. I did say that about a different pile as well, but this one also feels like really good. So yes, but anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you guys. So the sun in Gemini in the 7th house. This is you guys being able to network, being able to make new connections, very deep, lasting partnerships. Some of you guys might enter into a certain business partnership in 2021 because the 7th house can be business partnerships, especially when we're talking about a financial reading. So normally this could be any sort of partnerships, but since this is particularly a financial and work related reading, this is more of a business sort of partnership that you guys are creating, especially since we have the sign of Gemini being in the 7th house. This is literal partnerships. This could be a partnership that you make online. This could be like, yeah, things that are a bit more of an online maybe partnership, something like that, or a very close friend group sort of partnership. The sun being here is very illuminated. We're creating things. It is the ruler of gold and being in the spotlight, things like that. So this is us really, we're being confident about this energy. We're feeling so good and we're meeting like-minded people in 2021. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 5, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, and if so, I will see you guys in my next one.